Hey, it's John from ClassicsShow, and today I'm going to be talking about one of the most annoying video game features ever devised. Not being able to shoot your weapon once you've used it. Alright, so we're going to start with a good game like Zelda. You get a boomerang, you get a variety of different weapons. Look up here right now, I've got the bow and the boomerang. So here. Now, one thing that really annoys me about this game is you have a sword and you can throw it. But if you look up there in the corner, I have 3 hearts. Well, guess what? You have to have full life to throw your sword. That's your primary weapon in this game, and you can't even use it unless you have full health. Given that you don't start at full health for 99% of the game, it's pointless. Alright, so you finally make it onto the screen with the fairy lady, and she heals you all up, and you go back out here to fight some of these goblin guys. And you can throw your sword. But, you know what? You throw it, and then you try to shoot it, and you just can't do it until it either hits something or you lose a life, because you have to have full life to shoot it, and you can't shoot it until it leaves the screen. I mean, watch. Shoot this guy, shoot this guy, shoot this guy, and if you look, in between each throw, I am having to stab my sword forward just in front of me. Now, might I ask why? I mean, you've already eliminated the realism aspect of just, being able to use a sword. You're throwing it, and you can throw it over and over again. So it's not to keep the realism, because they've obviously eliminated that factor. Alright, well, I can't believe I'm playing this game again. Deadly Towers. It's a bad one. So you start out, you get 100 out of 100 health points, and you can throw a sword. And if you'll notice, you can't throw it before leaving the screen. It has to touch the edge of the screen before you can use it again, or it can touch an enemy. Now, if you'll see, I'm doing this. I beat the guy, I pick up the lutter, that's the money in this game. And if I come through here, I start facing some real bad guys. Now, if I get too close to this guy, sure, I can throw the sword pretty fast, but what if a guy comes up from under me, or on top of me, or to the left of me? What am I going to do then? Well, you're trapped. I mean, you can just hit the guys when they come at you from this side, but if somebody was to come at me from this side, what was I going to do? I mean, I can't just turn around and stab him because my sword's flying on this side of the screen. See, if there's a guy over here and I shoot him, I can't turn around and attack this guy. It's just annoying. Alright, now imagine yourself playing a new game like Call of Duty 3. Every time you shot your gun, you had to wait for it to leave the screen or hit something. Alright, so I'm shooting, oh no, I missed. I have to shoot again. Could you imagine playing like that? It would be the most annoying game on the face of this planet, and you would hate it. Now imagine if I come over here to shoot this guy, and I accidentally shoot out the window into the sky. What happens then? Then I have to wait for the bullet to fly in the huge arc and hit the ground before I can shoot again? That could take 30 seconds, or more, depending on what gun you're using. I mean, just think about how terrible that would be. You would die all the time. It just doesn't make any sense, and let's be thankful they don't do it anymore. This feature for any video game was a bad idea. A really bad idea. And I can understand wanting to make your game a little harder, but does that really make any sense? Having to have your sword touch the edge of the screen when you throw it? When you throw it? Would you throw a sword in real life? And even if you did, would you just have like thousands and thousands more just sitting there waiting for you to throw? It just doesn't make any realistic sense. I mean, if you wanted to keep the realism, I don't see the reason in having you throw your sword in the first place. I mean, if it's a magic sword, maybe that's one thing, but if it's a magic sword, you could throw it without having to touch the edge of the screen or an enemy. So, you be the judge of how much you like it or don't like it based on the old games, and let's be thankful they don't do it in the new ones. This is John from ClassicsShow.